and number 3 there is number 2 here. Exactly the same ayat. This bracket started and now ended. The direct address to Bani Israel is ending here. And now 4 sections of this surah, they are the sections which I have called tahwili, switching over. The switching over is from the former Muslim Ummah to the present Muslim Ummah. And the symbol was the change of the Qibla from Jerusalem, which was the center, the sacred city for them, to Makkah, which is the center and the sacred city of this Ummah. So this switching off of the Ummahs and this changing of the direction of the Qibla, that is the subject discussed in 4 sections now. And because between these two Ummah, the personality of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is common. Because the former Muslim Ummah also belonged to the progeny of Ibrahim. Ibrahim's son Ishaq, Ishaq's son Yaqub, and 12 sons of Yaqub, and from those 12 sons, the 12 tribes of Bani Israel. And again, this new Muslim Ummah, that was raised on the basis of the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He also belonged to the progeny of Ibrahim through Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. So here you find, this is the wisdom of Quran. Before discussing this change of the Ummahs, before discussing the issue of the change of the Qibla, first of all, the personality of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is highlighted here. In 2 sections, Ibrahim, Ismail, building of Kaaba, their prayer when they were raising the foundations of Kaaba, they are discussed. So that the common factor is made prominent first, and then the difference that was going to occur will be discussed. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. And just remember, when Ibrahim was tested by his Lord by so many big tests, kalimatin, so many commands, one command after the other, one command after the other, one test after the other, one tribulation after the other. فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. And he fulfilled all of them. He cleared all of them. He was successful in all of them. The final was the demand of the sacrifice of the only son Ismail, which he begot after praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when the only son of Ibrahim was 13 years old, and Ibrahim himself was 100 years old, then he was commanded to sacrifice his only son. And he didn't hesitate even in that test. He was successful. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ. And remember when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested Ibrahim in so many very big tests. فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ. And he completed all of them. قَالَ إِنِّي جَاعِلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا. Allah said to him, I am going to make you and declare you the leader of all communities, leader of all humanity. قَالَ وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِي. He asked, and what about my progeny? Is this promise of you, will it cover my progeny also? قَالَ لَا يَنَالُ عَهْدِ الظَّالِمِينَ. Allah said, my promise doesn't relate to those people who are unjust. Now this answer has 2 aspects. Yes, to your progeny also, but not to the zalimun from them. For your progeny also, the promise is there. Because after Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, Nabuwah, Risala, they were reserved for his progeny. For 2000 years, in one line of his progeny. And then the last prophet, the final prophet, he also came in his progeny. So actually the promise was true with the progeny of Ibrahim also, but not from among those who were unjust, who take to shirk, who go astray. They are not included in this promise. وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ وَأَمْنًا. And remember, when we declared the house that is the house of God, Kaaba, Kaabatullah, Baytullah, Masabatan linnas. We declared it to be a place of visitation and pilgrimage for the people. Wa amna, and a place of peace and security. وَاتَّخِذُوا مِن مَّقَامِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ مُصَلَّى, and we commanded the believers that the station of Ibrahim, you take it as a place of worship, of saying your prayers. Now what that means? The stone on which Ibrahim ﷺ stood when he was raising the walls of Kaaba. And it is said, the tradition goes, that as the walls were going up, the stone was also going up. Because there were no scaffoldings in those times. So building such a high wall of Kaaba, that needed something, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a stone. It's a miracle. But that stone is present even now, and after every tawaf, 2 rakat of prayer are said there, near that stone. That is the station of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Some people think that Maqam Ibrahim means Makkah, where he lived, so that is the place of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. But most of the Mufassirin, they have the consensus, the opinion is that it is that proper stone which is preserved till this day. وَعِدْنَا إِلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْمَعِيلَ, and we took a promise and a covenant from Ibrahim and Ismail. أَن طَهِّرَا بَيْتِيَا, if you keep my house pure, لِلطَّائِفِينَ, for those people who come here for circumambulation, for going round and round our house, وَالْعَاكِفِينَ, or those who retire here for meditation and for praying to me, i'tikaf, وَالرُّكَّعِ السُّجُودِ, and for those who are going here before me, and for those who are prostrating here before me. Whosoever comes to this house to pay a pilgrimage, to do tawaf, to do i'tikaf, to do qiyam and ruku and sujood, and say prayers, for them you keep this house clean. Clean apparently also. There shouldn't be any, any garbage over there. And clean also from the dirt and from the dust of shirk. There should be tawheed. That is the inner cleanliness. وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّ اجْعَلْ هَٰذَا بَلَدًا آمِنًا, and just recall when Ibrahim said to Allah, he called Allah, invoked Allah, he prayed to Allah, رَبِّ اجْعَلْ هَٰذَا بَلَدًا آمِنًا, O my Lord, keep this place, this city, this town, a place of peace and tranquility. وَارْزُقْ أَهْلَهُ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ, and provide the people who live here with fruits